Imagine this. I'm in Australia and people are eating crocodile and kangaroo like it's the most normal thing in the world. Mate, if you want to visit a beach every day, it'll take you 29 years to see them all, they say. And here I am thinking, yeah. And if you run out of snacks, you just start eating whatever hops or swims by. Probably why they started chomping on kangaroo in the first place. Then I go to Seychelles and the locals are like, want to try bati? A bat weighing more than a couple of teenagers combined. Did their ancestors look up one day, see a giant bat, and think, yeah, that'll feed the whole village? Now, in Vietnam, I see people snacking on insects and snakes like it's popcorn and chips. Oh, and don't even get me started on China. They eat everything that walks, crawls, flies, or swims. I mean, I'm pretty sure that if it moves, it's considered a delicacy at some festival. I traveled to Romania, and here they've got bears casually strolling into people's homes. And yes, they eat bear meat. Which one is the bear?
The deer is this.
Deer. Written.
Deer,
Okay, they have written
beer,
it. Okay.
bear, pardon,
Which one is the bear?
the bear.
Okay. And these aren't just cute Winnie the Pooh type bears, they're let me raid your fridge bears. Try telling a Romanian not to eat bear when one's rummaging through their kitchen. And then India, where everyone's suddenly the food police. The Bengalis insist that fish is practically a religious experience. In Bengal, fish holds immense cultural importance and is considered a symbol of prosperity and well-being. Bengali Hindus, for the most part, are not strict vegetarians and view fish as a sattvic, pure food, unlike meat. As a result, offering fish to deities is seen as a natural part of their religious practice. Yes, it is true that in certain temples in Kolkata and other parts of Bengal, fish is offered as oblation, ibog, and in some cases, it is also distributed as prasad. Meanwhile, Kashmiri Pandits are enjoying their lamb dishes but refuse to touch onion and garlic, as if sacrificing a lamb is fine but bad breath. Now that's crossing the line. Kashmiri Brahmins, especially the Pandits, have a long history of consuming meat, primarily lamb. This practice likely stems from the cold Himalayan climate, where a high-protein diet was essential for survival and vegetarianism was not as practical. As a result, meat became a staple part of their diet and it is considered an accepted food in their community. Even in religious functions and festivals, certain meat preparations like Rogan Josh are served. Here's the kicker. Back in Europe, I'm eating with friends and they ask me, so you eat chicken, but not beef or pork? What's the logic? I had no answer, so I just kept munching my chicken in silence. Fast forward a few days to Hong Kong and I decide to stir the pot. I tell my European friends, I'm going to order some dog meat. Cue absolute horror. The same people who've just devoured a pig are now offended. How can you eat a dog? I'm like, excuse me, you eat beef, pork, crocodile, but dogs are off limits. What's the logic here? And then it hits me. Food at its core is geographical, not moral or cultural. Our ancestors ate what was around them. Vietnam had insects and snakes, Australia had kangaroos, Romania had bears, and India had vegetables. Simple. You eat what's available. And yet here we are, in 2024, still fighting over what's on each other's plates. The real stupidity, fighting over food. Back then, people ate these things regularly, and now they might save them for festivals or special occasions. But the point is, geography decided what our ancestors ate, not morality. Yet my Western friends proudly tell me, we eat meat because it makes us strong. Vegetarians are poor. And Indians, on the other hand, act like being vegetarian is the moral high ground. No, my friend, you're vegetarian because your ancestors had veggies growing in the backyard, not kangaroos hopping around. In today's world, we see too many people quick to judge or comment on the food habits of others, as if their own diet is the gold standard. This is not only ignorant, but deeply disrespectful. What someone chooses to eat is their personal choice, often shaped by culture, geography, and availability. Criticizing or mocking another's food habits is not just rude, it reflects a narrow mindset. So, mind your own eating business and let others enjoy theirs without judgment. Moreover, we are increasingly bombarded with talk of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, reducing food to mere chemistry. But food is far more than that. its nourishment, connection, and tradition. If you're thirsty, writing H2O won't quench your thirst. In the same way, reducing food to formulas ignores its essence. Even the so-called experts who constantly speak about nutrients often forget the complexity of the human body. It's said that at any given moment, 500 reactions take place in just one of our cells. The reality is, we still don't fully understand how our bodies work, let alone how they process food. So, let's be humble, stop oversimplifying, and most importantly, let's respect each other's food choices.